We could call it Demo Crew because we do two things in it. Demonstrate love, acts of service, charity, and then demolish stereotypes of what people have of our community.
The Mustard Seeds Demo Crew is a multi-day program for students who want to experience life in the inner city. Young people serve meals, visit with community guests, walk the neighborhood, and discuss poverty issues and an action plan for change.
What it basically is an educational experience, an immersion experience where we spend up to 1 to 5 days living and breathing and hanging out with our community. It's a combination between service projects, volunteering, and also just building community, hanging out.
I'm nervous, to be honest. I've been here a few times and it's scary.
It's going to be a great experience just to get to see a different side of life that we might not understand.
It's so hard to be able to talk about something that you just have that really superficial view about. So it's really important for our students to be in the community, to talk to people and to know that they can talk to them, and then also to listen.
The experience starts with a tour of the Mustard Seed Church. Students walk through the main gathering area and learn about the food bank.
And then we basically just give groceries to people who are in need.
Hi, just doing my video journal. Today's interesting. Got to learn a lot about the mustard seed this morning and the food bank. So we learned that the food bank was originally made so that families who were running out of grocery money at the end of the month could go and get extra food. But it looks like now, especially with the economy, families are going at the beginning of the month. So I don't know, that's a little scary.
The purpose of the Day on the Streets is to experience a day in the life of someone struggling with homelessness.
Just trying to get a feel for the culture of this area, really. It's a lot different than where I live.
Something I picked up on was how slow time can move when you don't have anything to do.
Getting back from the walk, feet are tired. Can imagine being out here for days, weeks, years.
A 3-hour tour of the inner city exposes students to issues of poverty, homelessness, and addictions.
So to see ourselves as honored guests in someone's home.
You know, there's definitely almost like a boundary that we crossed when we came over here. There was definitely just a change in people and as well as the layout of houses. Like the houses here are a lot more run down. There are a lot more older buildings here.
There are a lot of students, especially coming from different backgrounds, have built in themselves certain stereotypes of what our community is, what homelessness is, or what poverty looks like. I encourage you guys to take initiative, to kind of just step out your comfort zone. Honesty will be one of your greatest weapons tonight in terms of hanging out with people.
I was really nervous to start the first conversation, but once I sat down and talked to the first guy, it took a few icebreakers, that's for sure, but I mean, it kind of evolved into deep conversations.
By partnering with a nonprofit organization, they can learn from the nonprofit group and learn from the community, and that really brings the learning outside the classroom and allows them to be immersed in the situation.
The Inner City Street Experience encourages students to expand their worldviews on poverty and make a difference in their communities.
It makes me have a clearer understanding of what just goes on in the inner city.
I learned a fair bit about just how much of a sense of community there is in this kind of little area.
So we're really trying to build a community.
If someone's going to run the world, it's going to be them one day. So I hope that through their experiences, they can do whatever they're supposed to do, whether it be radio, TV, nursing, in such a way which keeps in mind the least of these, those who are maybe not as well off as they are.